We're going to now welcome to the stage a company called VEGA. They are from beautiful Spain, a country I am privileged and very lucky to call my home. The tagline is, "We aim to ensure inclusive and quality education by providing students with an end-to-end tool to finance their tuition." And we are absolutely thrilled to be joined by the CEO of VEGA. Please give a huge welcome to our first pitcher of this category, Bosco Gonzalez de Valle. Thank you.
You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. No, okay. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm Bosco, and this is VEGA. Our mission is simple. We want to ensure that everyone gets access to education.
I got it here, yeah.
There's a huge problem all around the world, and more than 50% of students struggle to afford higher education expenses. What are they doing as a result? They're working while studying to earn some money. They're applying for burdensome loans to earn some money, and the most serious of all, they're dropping out. Our solution is simple again. It's a one-stop shop that offers multiple financial services to ensure higher education leaves no one behind. We do this through three services. Our scholarship marketplace, which is the lead magnet for all our services. It's a search engine that matches students to both private and public scholarships and based on their profile. The scholarship advances. It is known that state scholarships are normally paid very late. We solve this by offering a cash advance at a discount for the student. And last, income sharing agreements is the latest type of flexible loans. The student used to pay the studies in exchange of a % of their future salary, just if they have a job. The market, our total addressable market is obviously huge. We're speaking about student loans in the aspect. Just in Spain, there's 2.5 billion in scholarships per year, and more than 3 million higher education students. Our next target is going to be LATAM, because we think it's a very good addressable market, but we're going to stay in Spain for another year. Our community-first approach is what differentiates us, and is a clear competitive advantage from real financial players, which just go to the B2B. Our students love us. You can read some of the things. And this gain of trust is what leads us to offer them financial services at a later stage. Our metrics are astonishing for only 7 months. We've deployed more than, in the first service of Scholarship Advanced, we've deployed more than 700,000 to more than 900 students since November. In the scholarship marketplace we launched in January, we have more than 47,000 students registered. We have more than 45,000 applications to the scholarships inside which we provide. And we have earned a commission of 8,000 euros for that. Last but not least is our income sharing agreements, which only in a month we launched. We deployed 200,000 euros. Maybe you see here 117, but we sent the presentation 2 weeks ago, and we've deployed 80,000 euros these 2 weeks. And we're doing really well in this end. In the competitive landscape, we obviously have players in each side, but no one does the user-centric end-to-end solution. Obviously, a top-notch team we couldn't do anything without all of them. And our long-term ambition is from the students' financial partner. We want to be the Gen Z bank with flexible services for them. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Good work, man. Great. So much good information.
Yeah,
and now, absolutely, you're going to have a good chat with our judges. If we could have the microphone for my good friend in the front row, if you could introduce yourself to the room. Thank you.
Yep.
Sure. I'm Nacho Mateo. I'm the head of growth of IE University, and I'm also part of the South Summit team. I'm the scholar of South Summit. So my question is regarding your business model. Can you give us more information about the business model? I understand that it's a B2C model, but maybe you have different channels, so you can give us more information about that.
Yeah, sure. We clearly started with a B2C. We have 3 verticals. It's quite difficult to show it in the 3 minutes, but our scholarship marketplace is the tool, for example, for students completely free, where our mecenas, we call mecenas, which could be IE, Telefonica, Ironhack, whatever player, if they want to show their scholarship within all of our students, they need to pay us. So that's our only B2B side. They pay us for showing themselves. We saw a pain there, like not IE, but entities and foundations
Sorry,
are struggling to deploy their scholarships because they don't find like the correct people, and we have 47,000 and growing like each day of students who need scholarships.
Okay, wonderful, great question.
Yep.
Thank you, great friend of South Summit. Yes, and if you could pass the microphone to the very fashionable lady in the front row. If you could introduce yourself to the room.
Hi, I'm Monica Vidal from Lattice Capital Partners. And in fact, I love your company. My first investment ever was in a similar company in the US called NextGenVest back in 2012. And in fact, their main problem, they ended up being sold to Common Bond, was scalability, given that you're probably doing the service through text message. They were starting to use artificial intelligence, but how are you planning to scale if is this more a one-to-one help that you're providing the students?
Yeah, the scholarship, obviously, like the technology, our technology is, again, the scholarship marketplace, the scholarship advance. The scholarship advance, what we do is the state scholarships, for example, provide the students with a PDF, which our technology reads it and verifies if it's true. And if it's true, we deploy the money. That's, for instance, it's true that in each country, the state scholarships are different. We need to adapt. But our scalability is in the community-first approach. We found, like, out of the blue, because we didn't know it, that the scholarship marketplace and the advance of the scholarship gains a huge community. And if you gain the trust of them this way, in all of the countries in the world, there's scholarships, and in all of the more economic developed countries in the world, there's state scholarship, which no one pays up front. And that's like our go-to market, and then offers other verticals like the ISAs. We have a very good scoring, which we think is a really competitive advantage, the scoring of the student.
Fantastic, what a great question, thank you. Ladies and gents, one more time, a big round of applause for Bosco Gonzalez de Valle, fantastic. And Vicas. Wonderful stuff, and you know, you're already getting a flavor of the expertise of the judges. They've worked on deals like this, they've seen companies, and they know what to look for in terms of their opportunity and just how far our pitches could go. So absolutely fantastic there. We are going to move on immediately to our next company, again from beautiful Spain. And the pitch is compact, but it's a big one. They provide technology for unlimited access to training. The company is called Be My VEGA, and we are thrilled to be joined by their CEO. Please welcome to the stage, Antonio Kaiser.
Hi everyone. 8 years ago, I had a daughter with albinism and low vision. At that time, I didn't know what she would be able to see in the future. But today, I know what she sees. This is what she sees, and she's not alone. More than 200 million of people, according to World Health Organization, have to face every day to the same problem. But more important than what they see is what they don't see. According to experts, more than 90% in a communication like this depends on the nonverbal language. And she's Mary. She's from Australia. She has to follow a presentation by a spyglass, capturing only a small part of this experience. It is not only a problem for people with low vision, but for everyone here. How many times you are in a room, in a class, and you can see the writings on the blackboard? How many times you are in a conference, and you can see the speaker, you can see the slides? We have the solution for this problem. Be My VEGA is able to capture all the experiences and put it on your hand. It doesn't matter if you are face-to-face in the training room or you are at home on remote mode. We have 3 differences with respect to our competitors. First, we capture whole experiences. Second, we give the control to the users. We give the control to the users. Each one of us learn a different way, so each one of us needs to see a different thing to improve our learning. And third, we include many tools for improve the accessibility for everyone. Everyone has the same out to access to the training, so this is our solution. This solution didn't exist, so we created it. Right now, our business model is based on software, so it's a SaaS model. Many universities, many educational centers trust Be My VEGA, and they are now our clients. And it's the time, a market that is very big, 700,000 training rooms only in Spain, and online training market that is growing day by day. We have a good team of engineers with high experience in education and business development, and also some of us with a PhD. We have traction. We have received a financing of 700,000 euros. And we have good partners, very important partners, as for example, Telefónica, that is today selling our solution. And this is the origins of this project. This is VEGA, my daughter. She doesn't need to stand up in front of the board each time the teacher writes something on it, because she has been my VEGA. And also, she's able to look at the face of the teacher in order to see if she is happy or not. Universal access for everyone is a right. It's a necessity, should be a hallmark of our society. We are changing the way people access to training in order to permit everyone to access with the same opportunities. This is our purpose, and I invite you to be a part of this change. Thank you.
Fantastic presentation from Antonio there, and so you just sailed through our slight technical difficulties. Apologies for that, but absolutely you nailed it. That's brilliant. We have our first question already from my friend in the very stylish pink outfit there. If you could introduce yourself to the audience, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Isabel Córdoba Samaniego. I am here on behalf of APKI Global Partners. And my question is, the first, I would like to congratulate you for your amazing project.
Thank you.
My first question is more related with the hardware. What are you planning to do with the obsolete hardware?
Well, we detected the pain in the market, so this solution didn't exist, so we created a solution. Our first solution was based on a hardware and a software. And at that time, we realized about one important point. We could adapt our software to be able to use other hardware of other manufacturers, mainly cameras. So at the end, our solution is based on the software. But our hardware has a gross margin higher than 50%. So many universities, many places in which they haven't enough cameras bought by our system. So at the beginning, our business model was based on the hardware, but now it's totally centered on the software because we think it's more scalable, and also we can do it with the cameras that is in the room. So we are working on this matter.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
A fantastic first question. Thank you. Do we have any more questions? Yes, the hand goes up there from my friend in the stylish blue shirt. If you could introduce yourself to the room. Thank you.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm from Tubi Capital. I'd like to understand what's your growth strategy for the future?
Wait, okay. Right now, all the sales that we have done has been reactive. That is, the customers they keep contact with us, ask about the product, and at the end, they buy the product. But we are now in a round because we need to get stronger with commercial structures. Now we have very sales channels as Telefónica, as Crambo. They are included this solution in their portfolio, and we need to increase the commercial structure to be able to support all these channels. So we are selling now in Spain, but we want it at the end of this year to go to other countries. And this is our strategy, to get stronger, not only the commercial structures, but also the part of the research and development, because we are a tech company and we need to be very careful with the development and new developments and new tools for our solution.
Okay. Fantastic question. Thank you so much. One more time, a big round of applause. Antonio Kaiser, CEO of Be My VEGA. Absolutely wonderful. Remember to be installing the South Summit app. Share the love using the hashtag SouthSummit22. Let's build the ecosystem. Let's build the South Summit family. Now for our next pitch, we are going to stay right here in beautiful Spain. Our next pitcher is called ClassLife Education, and ClassLife is the new generation of educational management platforms. They offer all the tools any educational institution needs, all in one single place. And we are thrilled to be joined by the CEO of ClassLife Education. Please give a very loud, very warm welcome to Mario Esposito.
Hello, good morning to everyone. This is ClassLife Education. In ClassLife, we are impacting the world with over 1 million monthly interactions in 10 countries and over 100 institutions. ClassLife have been growing strongly year over year with 100% growth, and we are reaching our milestone of 1 million ARR. We have coverage in Latin America, European countries, and mostly in Spain. We cover the whole scope of education with K-12 schools, training academies, vocational trainings, and higher education with business schools and university. Quite a challenge, because institutions are the most complex ways of managing information in which they are having difficulties to manage all of this information. The ClassLife solution brings everyone closer to the community of the school, enabling automated workflows, engagement with social network-like interface, and of course, centralizing all of the communications. Our mission is to empower education, and we want all of you to join us to accomplish this goal. We believe that there are 4 things that we must comply to achieve this mission. First, we need to bring a student-centric platform that allows all of the information that is being handled in school to be available for students, for teachers, and for staff members, all in one place. Second, we believe that the innovation has to be embraced, and we have to bring together and connect the apps, integrations, and services that are being developed day by day with enormous talent around the world. Third, the platform needs to be collaborative. There is no sense to have independent teams doing one thing for marketing, another for sales, and another in academics. It's one single institution, and it is one single platform, enabling access in a simple, fast, and secure way to connect with everyone at home, at work, at school, and enabling this workflow that covers every operation through ClassLife. ClassLife is modular and can be implemented in a flexible way with campus, CRM, ERP, and finances. We have a friendly interface that allows people to engage and have interactions with highly detailed information about the data. ClassLife wants to enhance education, and with our team members, we are leading this change with a market that is not only what we have begun in Spain, but actually with our B2B SaaS model, we have subscription rates that are renewing over 3rd and 5th year in a row. We have developed a partner program that is going to help us to expand in Latin America and European countries, and now we are opening the opportunity for a Series A round, in which we want to keep getting education closer to the management, to the families, to the students, teachers, and as mentioned in here, education is on fire. Let's keep on igniting it and bring the empower for schools and institutions. Thank you very much.
Gracias. Thank you so much. Awesome presentation there from Mario. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what say you? We have a question already from our good friend in the front row. If you could introduce yourself one more time. Thank you.
Sure. Again, Nacho Mateo from my university, the head of growth, and also part of the South Summit team. My question is regarding your competitors' analysis. Okay, you know that there are other startups like campus groups or other startups doing kind of the same. So can you give us more information about the differentiation points that you have against them?
Yeah, the main difference is that most of the platforms are like a database to consolidate data, but we have an actual campus to engage with interactions among all of the members, automating workflows that is helping them to plan ahead and delegate all of the responsibility to the technology. Another thing that we have noticed is that in K-12, there are competitors such as Alexia ClickEdu, which are more steady in that segment. And if you go to higher education, there are some such as Universitas 21, which are quite way out of league for these sort of institutions. We want to democratize the access to these technologies, having a horizontal solution for all of the segments, because we all comply with the same requirements. Instead of bringing a solution custom-made for one single segment, we are enabling constructors so that every institution can customize it, parameterize it, and make use of the technology.
Great question as always, amigo. Fantastic answer. Thank you so much. Do we have any more questions? One more question from the jury, from the judges, or judges, maybe that. Yes, we have one more question from our friend here. Thank you. If you could introduce yourself to the room again. Thank you.
I'm Monica from Lattice Capital Partners. My question is about how long is your sales process? Because I suppose that your prospective customers are already using other platforms and they are not necessarily super tech geared to basically integrate your solution. So do you find, so it's a little bit also about the scalability, but given maybe the friction in the sales process?
Yes, we have tiered licenses, so it depends based on which tier you go to. The maturement of the sales process could be between a month and 6 months to convert. The onboarding activation could be between 15 days and up to 6 months as well, depending on the size of the institution. And even though there is maturity about the digitalizations of the platform, they already know which challenges they are limited because of the lack of features in some of these platforms. So they are really open and easily to identify the value that we are bringing using ClassLife as an automation process platform that is being efficient in solution for all of the processes that they have inside of the institution.
Excellent question. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time. Mario Esposito from ClassLife. Wonderful. I've said it before, I'll say it one more time. I do not envy the job of any of these fine people in the front row. They have a difficult decision to make, but they are exactly the right people to make it. They are sharing their thoughts, putting their marks into their iPads. They're being beamed up to the South Summit mothership. The winner will be announced today here, 4:30. It's going to be awesome. Okay, speaking of which, we are now going to move on and meet our next pitcher. The company is called Lifecole. They are from Spain, and they want to educate the next generation of creators, the leaders that will move humanity forward and change the world. Yes, please, ladies and gents, please give a huge round for their CEOs. Very kind to join us today. Welcome, Inigo Mendoza.
We are living in an unprecedented new reality. Building capabilities has always been important, but today it has become absolutely critical. The most important competitive differentiator for kids when they grow up is their soft skills. And Lifecole does that. We help the kids to develop their soft skills through extracurricular lessons. As we were saying, Lifecole is an online educational platform that provides extracurricular courses in real time for kids between 6 to 18 years old. As I said, our courses are in real time and for small groups of kids. On average, we have 5 kids per teacher. We have 2 products. One is annual courses that goes from September to June, and then we also have intensive courses for the downtime periods like the summer. There are 3 factors that make us different. One is that we believe in education. All our courses are a mix of content and soft skills. 2, our courses are multi-annual in nature. And 3, we have a broad range of topics. The market is huge, and the opportunity is huge. We target 7 million students in Spain that spend around 2 billion euro per year. And when we enter LATAM, we will access 200 million more students. Our metrics are strong. Since we launched our concept in September last year, we have been growing up to 800 students that we have at the moment, 30% month on month. Our retention across all the cohorts is great at 84%, and our take rate is at 50%. Our roadmap is clear. We want to become category leaders by the end of this year. How we want to do that? By launching a TV advert campaign on the third quarter and reinforcing our marketing efforts. Next year, we want to continue growing by expanding geographically, by adding new content, and by growing in the B2B segment. We have a solid team with more than 70 educators, and we are currently launching the Series C that is subscribed with our current investors, and we will launch Series A in the first quarter next year. Thank you.
Fantastic, Inigo, absolutely smashed it. Perfect, perfect timing, and what a big pitch, I love it. But what questions do our judges have about Lifecole? What more things do you need to know? Was there anything not in the presentation that you are curious about? I see some heads nodding. Yes, the microphone is going to come to our good friend in the front row. Thank you so much, as always. Oh yeah, no, our two good friends in the front row.
Monica again, yes, there's the part of the presentation that I don't have clear in terms of who actually builds the content. Is that the schools? Is it you are building the content yourselves?
Thank you for making that question. We do build the content, and we train the educators. So that's why we can also have such a high take rate, because it's our content, our educational journeys. We train the trainers, we train the educators, and the educators teach to their children.
Parents are the schools? So basically the schools subscribe, or the parents directly?
The parents are directly subscribing. At the moment, what we want is, as I said, is to penetrate the B2B channel, and their schools will be one of our targets.
Fantastic. And we had another question for our good friend.
It was exactly the same question. So
An excellent question. And ladies and gents, one more time, a big round of applause for Inigo Mendoza. Thank you.
Thank you.
Muy bien. Excellent stuff. Lifecole, what a big, ambitious pitch. We love that. In fact, all of the pitches are big. They're all big, ambitious, and they are going to shape the future of education. It feels like a real privilege to be here on this stage introducing these fantastic companies. And speaking of which, we are now going to invite to the stage a company from beautiful Belgium. They are called MobiTrain, and MobiTrain revolutionizes workplace training with mobile-first micro-learning. Their mission is to empower all employees with the right training content at the right time on the device they prefer to help them succeed in their professional and personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce to the stage their CEO. Please give a huge warm welcome to Guy Van Neck.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for attending. With MobiTrain, we have a mission to make learning accessible for all employees. From my previous experience, I've seen that white-collar employees, desk employees, get a lot of opportunities to learn, but frontline people, the ones that are, for example, in stores, they often were neglected. That's the reason why we have built a mobile-first micro-learning platform specifically geared to frontline employees, to empower every employee with the right content at the right time, to help them develop better, to give them more success in their job, and also, in the end, in their lives. Now, we have done this with a platform since 2019. We have some great funding and VCs backing us. We have a fantastic team of 50 employees spread over 4 offices in Europe, one here in Madrid. We have more than 80 customers, both enterprise and mid-market level, very international base, which we serve in over 30 countries. And we won a lot of innovation awards in the last couple of years within Europe. And since last year, we're also seen as one of the market leaders in this space on G2. Now, what is our product then? 4 main angles. First, an authoring tool that allows companies to create their own content without design or technical knowledge. So with simple assets, videos, picture, GIF files, they make engaging content. The application, which I show you in a second, a dashboard. We generate a lot of insights on each and every microlearning to see where are the knowledge gaps in the organization. And last but not least, technology is an enabler. We also think that it's very important with our data to give support to our clients to make content in the most effective way, but also to give them insights on how to get better adoption. It can be used for multiple use cases, going from sales trainings, better experience, onboarding, which we see with all our clients. A long story short, we can enter companies via different angles and from there actually expand. If we go then into the demo, then you will see a home screen that looks a bit like a Netflix or a Spotify, where you have different tiles, and in one home screen you have the full overview. If we click on a training, then this is one of the formats which is called a crash course, multiple micro-learnings that follow. And once you go in a micro-learning, you will have video, GIF files, question formats, gamification, that's all embedded with the technology to make it fun and engaging. Now, it's a huge market where we have 2.7 billion frontline employees, and only 20% of them are currently having tools to communicate or to train in an effective way. And we see only a handful of players like us in the space to address this. And where are we different? The fact that we are really 100% focused on frontline employees with a mobile-first gamified solution where simplicity is really key, otherwise you lose those employees from day one, and where we also give support. So it's much more than just only technology. So thank you very much, and looking forward to the questions.
Excellent presentation. Thank you, Guy. Absolutely wonderful. I love the design of the app there. What did our judges think? Any questions? Yes, my friend in the corner with the blue shirt. Thank you. If you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tomas Olaf from White Peak Partners. Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very insightful. I was wondering, a high value for your clients is the high level of personalization, I understand. How do you plan to scale this if this is done by you?
It's not done by us. So most clients, it's fully that's the authoring tool. They make their own trainings, and with simple pictures, they make the designs that you have seen. So we don't need to intervene for each and every client in design. There might be some clients who don't have resources at all for big companies where it might be good, but in most cases, it's the companies themselves.
Thanks.
Okay, and a question from my friend in the stylish summer blue shirt there. If you could introduce yourself to the room.
Martin Kurek from Market One Capital. Thanks for the presentation. So can you already show like the use cases, the examples that your product really work and increase the conversion or increase the NPS, that the customers are aware of the results? Like, can you share such use case?
Yeah, we have multiple cases. One is a big telco company in Belgium where they really worked with a test group and a group that was a control group. They've seen that they could lower the face-to-face training in general with 30%, so it was a nice cost reduction for them. And on the other hand, they saw an increase of more than 20% on the knowledge retention. So that's one of the cases. That was more on onboarding. But we have also cases with the big retailers where they really looked, definitely also with the crisis, to put a lot of focus on conversion rates and trainings on conversion, and where they've seen that it was expanding. Of course, learning is always one piece. It's not that it explains everything, because there are a lot of factors that have an influence, but there are multiple use cases that we can show.
Thanks.
Excellent questions from our judges. As always, I'm afraid we got to limit it to 2. I will come to you first the next time you put your hand up. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Guy Van Neck from MobiTrain. Thank you. Okay, so folks, you might notice I'm standing on the stage taking photographs of the judges from, our wonderful pictures from time to time. I'm now taking a big panorama of all of you. If you would like to see the photograph, feel free to connect on LinkedIn. I do like to connect. We are going to now move on with the next brilliant picture. They are called Singularity Experts. They are from beautiful Spain, and Singularity Experts is the leading solution in recommending jobs of the future and academic training to people who do not know what to study in or what to work in. That sounds like something I could have used many moons ago. I'm thrilled to be introducing to the stage the CEO of Singularity Experts. Please give a huge round of applause for Elena Ibanez. Thank you.
Okay, let's begin. We have a huge problem, not only in Spain, but also in the rest of the countries. Nearly all students don't have a clue about what to study, and those who do know, they keep choosing professions that are going to disappear. And this is part of the reason why we've got the highest dropout university rate of Europe. And while all this is happening, companies cannot find qualified profiles for their positions. This is a problem that we turn out into an opportunity. Singularity Experts, a game changer in vocational guidance that discovers to young and old people what to study and what to work on, recommending only jobs and studies with future, with a special focus on STEM, on vocational training, and on soft skills. We have mainly innovated in 2 fields. First, we are the only institution in the world that have a mapping of thousands of jobs with future. All of these jobs, of course, already exist, and all of them have high guaranteed employability. In second place, we have developed an AI that makes the perfect match between the profile and the best job and studies that best suit this person. And why can't we do this? Because we measure things that nobody measures, like computational thinking, for instance. We've achieved a fully digital product. You make the test here in this platform that you see here, and you receive the results and the recommendations also in the same platform, no presence needed at all. Of course, we do sell to the B2C, to the end user, through the website, through these packs that you see here, but our main strategy is a modular strategy. We want to be present in every single school, university, educational publisher, public sector that already have their own users, and they need to guide them in some point of the customer journey. We want to be there. It's a great opportunity there, and we want to become the PayPal of employability. Although it's hard to believe, nobody is doing this, and this is part of the reason why we've attracted large clients, as you can see here, and also part of the reason why we've won more than 15 prizes, all related with vocational guidance, education, and the future of work. Last year, we launched Singularity Hackers with Tema Alonso. This is a spin-off only focused on recommending jobs in the cybersecurity field, and this year we want to launch another in the tourism sector. This is the core team, people mainly from psychology, technology, and of course, education. So we're ready to grow. We have doubled our growth in the last years, and now we want to accelerate our growth here in Spain, and we also want to conquer another markets, LATAM, Anglo-Saxon markets, and that's why we want to invite you to join this opportunity with us and foster employability, because we need it. Thank you very much.
Muy bien, perfecto, gracias, Elena. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, that was a great pitch, great graphics, representing a lot of information for our judges to help our judges digest the most important facts behind the business, the data under the hood. But do we have any questions? Any questions from our judges? Yes, indeed, my good friend in the front row. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourself one more time, thank you.
Absolutely. I'm Nacho Mateo from IE University. I'm the head of growth. My question is related with that integration that you mentioned with the universities and so on. I mean, are you planning to integrate that with other current systems that the universities are using? Because you know that this involves many different departments, as admissions and commercial teams and the CRM and so on. So are you planning to integrate your software with the other tools that are already existing in the universities?
Of course, that's the idea. Our platform, we built our platform from scratch. So we have 10% of agility and flexibility to integrate in any other technology, and that is the concept, to give that added value that we only can give because we are an expert on this for universities or schools or companies that have their users, so we can deliver this very added value to them in the chain. But from a technology point of view, absolutely no problem. In fact, we are already doing it with some universities in Spain.
Thank you.
Fantastic question there, and a great answer, very comprehensive, exactly the right one, I think. And we have a question from my man in the blue shirt over there. If you could introduce yourself to the room, thank you.
Alberto from Holt International Business School in San Francisco. I have a question regarding your extension plans for other markets. So what do you guys have in mind when it comes to partnering with universities outside of Spain and tapping into that market as well?
We want to do the same thing that we're doing in Spain, working with schools, universities in the same way, but abroad, in USA, in Europe, in LATAM also. We just need to translate all the content that is mainly these thousands of jobs with future that we have fully documented with growth evidences, real examples in companies, functions for the people to understand what they would have to be doing if they worked in this. So we just need to translate the content, translate the website, and that's it. So that's our objective. Because the knowledge, we already have it.
Thank you.
Excellent. I'm afraid we do limit it to 2 questions. I'm so sorry. I will be looking there first time for the next questions. Ladies and gents, one more time, a huge round of applause for Elena Ibanez, CEO of Singularity Experts. That was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. What a high quality of pitches we have here. I've said it before, I will say it one more time, I don't envy the judges at all. They have a very difficult decision to make, but that's why they're here, because they are the experts in investment in this sector, in the opportunity. They have the insights, the knowledge, the expertise, the connections to make some magic happen, and also to choose the winner of this category who goes through to the grand final. It is very exciting times. And speaking of which, we are thrilled to introduce our next company to the stage. They are from a country I am immensely fond of. I had the pleasure of visiting Tallinn Music Week, and it was one of the best few days of my entire life. Techno warehouse called Hall. Yes, please, absolutely wonderful. I'm thrilled to introduce from Estonia. This company is called Vocal Image, and they offer voice training and speech therapy via their app. We are delighted to be welcoming their CEO to the stage. Please give a huge warm welcome to Nick Lahokia. Thank you. Welcome, Nick. Dude, yes.
Hi, my name is Nick. I'm from Vocal Image, and we created voice training and speech therapy app for speakers and singers. We are AWS AI Challenge winners. We have more than 300,000 registered users, and we are growing above 60% month-over-month in the USA. We are awesome. And nowadays, people are looking to consume more audio content and to produce it. But people don't like their voice. Over 18 million of US adults reported having voice problems, and their only available choice is voice training with a coach. But it is expensive and time-consuming. With Vocal Image app, you can improve your voice, empower your speaking skills, and even heal speech disorders. We use AI to set up your personal training plan so you can practice anytime, anywhere, at an affordable price. How does it work? Record your voice with your phone, get a personal plan, and begin to improve your voice immediately, because how you speak is twice more important than what you say. Bloggers, podcasters, public speakers, and singers need better voice to increase impact and to earn more. Besides, we constantly try to help people and already launched some social impact programs for transgender people who need to feminize their voice without surgery and medicine, and for people who suffered from stroke and need to restore their speech from zero again. Our addressable market is huge. 1 in 13 adult person faces voice problems, and we can help. In January, we launched in the USA market and tripled our revenue with the same amount of marketing costs, and right now we're growing above 60% month-over-month in the USA market. We already have strong unit economics, and our users unlock features and content with subscriptional access monthly or annually. By the way, we are the only one who provides voice coaching language agnostic. We have ready-to-use AI dataset to provide a personal plan for anybody. Every training improves the dataset, application becomes smarter, increasing the gap between competitors and us. Our voice guru has 20 years of professional voice coaching experience, and together we created the most prominent voice-dedicated YouTube channel with over 200,000 subscribers. Our community asked for a solution to practice, and we launched Vocal Image. In less than 12 months, we become top educational app in CIS countries, and we are not stopping here. We are raising $1 million seed funding round to become top educational app in USA and to reach 100K MRR in next 12 months. We have follow-on investors, and we invite you to join, because in 5 years, we will build all-in-one product that solves any voice problems. And just imagine if people of all races, genders, ages, no matter their financial status or location, can speak clearly, with a beautiful voice, and without speech disorders. My name is Nick, and reach me to become part of this story.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nick. Great presentation. We have a question already from my friend in the front. Okay, and we'll come to you immediately afterwards. Yourself first, with a very stylish blue shirt. If you could introduce yourself to the audience. Thank you.
I'm Fernando Alre, and I'm with the Venture City. First of all, congratulations on a very innovative solution. I'm interested in your go-to-market strategy, and I'm especially interested in how long does it take to convert from free users to paid users? How long does it take? And how's your plan to scale?
Thank you. Got it.
Oh, okay. I won't come to you immediately to ask the same question. That was a great question. What say you?
We use performance marketing to validate the markets. We use Facebook, Google Ads, Apple Search Ads. If market is good enough for us and we for it, we try to build organic channels, community, social media community on this market. Because performance marketing channel is great for validation, but it's not the only way you can scale. Sometimes you can reach the ceiling when your unit economics is not working. And we've already done it with Russian-speaking users, with the most biggest voice-dedicated YouTube channel. We stopped developing right after the war started, but the channel is growing by itself with zero effort. So this is our strategy, and it takes 7 days to understand will user pay or no, but afterwards we can reach him with email and push notifications.
Excellent question. I love it. We have another question from my friend in the stylish blue summer shirt. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourself again. Thank you.
Hi, Marcin from Market One. So my question is regarding the usage and the use case. So do you predict, what's the frequency you predict, and what's the lifetime? Like, is it a temporary solution that ends with a certain result, or do you plan your customers to use it in the very long lifetime? Yeah? Like, how do you perceive it, and what's the targeted KPIs here?
I got it, and we have cases when our first customers still use our application after 16 months after installation. Use it, not only pay. And it's about our training process. We ask you to record your voice before training. We provide you training. You record your voice again. We can notice the difference, understand the effect of the training, and we can predict the best, the most effective way for you to train your voice. And this way can change over time, and you get your personal plan every day. By the way, we try to add a lot of free educational content to our users, gamification, and that's why they stay with us for a long time.
Fantastic questions, as always, from our rockstar judges. But please give a big round of applause to Nick Lahoika from Vocal Image. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, good to see you. Send my best to beautiful Estonia. I absolutely love it. Okay, we have now reached the grand finale of our education sector, and our next speaker joins us all the way from beautiful South Korea, a place I'm very fond of. I'm sure we have some K-pop fans in the audience. Now, the company is called Written Technologies, and they provide an AI writing solution for Gen Z. Let's see what the Zoomers make of this. We are thrilled to welcome to the stage. Please give him a very warm welcome, the co-founder of Written, Taeho Kim.
Hello, South Summit. Our team has a vision of hyper-personalized education for all. This vision comes from our team's experience in high school and university. Our team is composed of members who ran the conference, largest youth conference in Asia, where we taught writing Gen Z students for 7 years. While running the conference, we found out that writing is gaining more and more importance in the education field. However, Gen Z have much harder time writing better than any other generation. They still struggle because, as that, they heavily rely on short message and audiovisual contents. As a solution for this, we are developing a tool that can be used every second of online writing, the word processor named Written. To enhance written function, we also developing an NLP engine, and we found that the potential of foundation models such as GPT-3 and year-long research period we added into Written. We interviewed 1,000 students to identify what their struggle in their writing process. The first we uncover is that they don't know what to write and how to write, and they don't know how to build their structure. So we recommend the framework for them, and we give their real-time creative material suggestion for them. And also, we help them to manage their knowledge easily by summarizing the internet material into bullet points. Last, we provide feedback for students who are anxious, whether they are writing well or not. So we give them feedback, and by analyzing the vocabulary and readability of their article, they can write better article. We did beta tests across major Korean universities, and result was struggle. And we provide the advanced feature than our competitors, and it is fully scalable and automated and inexpensive. On top of this, our prior experience of youth conference provided direct access to one of the largest markets in Korea, and allowing us to scale up and fine-tuning. We are aimed to target the global education SaaS market, and we are preparing to launch global version after finishing the Korean beta version. Our team is composed of Gen Z expert and NLP expert who can create the best NLP engines. Also, we are advised by successful entrepreneurs, including Tae Kyung Lee, who founded the most largest ICT company in Korea. We will provide alternative solution to Gen Z for writing their essay more easily and help them write and learn and easily. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic presentation there from Taiho, down to the last second on the clock. Absolutely brilliant, perfectly timed. We have a question already from my very fashionable friend in the front row there. If you could introduce yourself one more time.
Hi, I'm Monica from Lattice Capital Partners. So 2 quick questions. One is you're starting with B2C. What is the go-to-market strategy for the B2C? The B2B, I kind of get it. And the second one is scalability or growth outside Korea. Is this something that is adaptable to other languages, or how can you expand outside Korea?
So for the first question, we are now focusing on B2C plan, but some of the schools in Korea reach to us they can buy our products, and so we are preparing B2B plans also. And for the scalability question, we can expand our scalability by adding the more languages. Now we support Korean and limited version of English. Then we plan to support a full version of English. Then we could expand it to other languages also. Thank you.
Okay, great question. And we have our last question of the session to my good friend there. If you could introduce yourself to the room again, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Isabel Córdoba Samaniego. I am here on behalf of AppKey Global Partners. My question is, how the system will avoid the copy and paste system of students?
So we have a reference button. So if student copy that reference, the bibliography and the reference is auto-generated on the last page of the article. So we try to block the copy and paste issue from like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great, fantastic question. I love it. The judges getting under the hood and getting more details of these brilliant pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time show your appreciation for Taiho Kim from Written. Thank you.